the Philippines is going for a Grand Slam against Mexico in the boxing world.
Yeah.
Viloria versus Marquez, Pacquiao versus Marquez, and then a different Marquez. And the third will be Donaire versus Arce, and this guy started it rolling.
Yeah.
How do you see Pacquiao versus Juan Manuel Marquez 4 playing around? Would it be similar to the first two?
Oh man.
3, sorry.
How many rounds did it go? 36 rounds.
36 rounds.
And they all went 12 rounds.
Like you and
What's another
Mourinho.
12 rounds? It's
Yeah.
gonna be different. How different? It's gonna. These guys are training their butts off. I mean,
Yeah.
I seen the pictures of Marquez.
Oh,
He's
huge.
He looks huge.
Mhm.
Am I the only one who thinks that
No,
there's
everyone
something else going on there?
Cuts.
I mean, the arms are just massive. And he's really wanting this fight against Pacquiao to go his side. you
Might
know,
be
in
the
this
yellow
fight.
magical drink.
Yeah. At the same time, I've been in Manny's camp and I've seen the intensity of his camp also, and his sparring and how everything is going there. And him too, and for him to skip out of my fight so he could stay and focus on his fight.
Thumbs
I
up
was
for
like-
Brian.
I was like, go for it, dude.
Skip my fight.
Please do. Don't let the rain and all that
Yeah.
distract you from this big fight against Marquez, because these guys are putting every ounce of energy into their training camp. And
So,
man,
in terms of styles, because the reason why we have unfinished business when it comes to these two is because everyone thinks the first 3 fights were just, the same. Carbon copy of each and every one. The result came out and everyone was questioning, okay, it's the same thing that we saw in the last fight. And then we go to a 4th one. And everyone is saying, we're still going to see the same thing, if not less, because these two guys
They're
are older.
older.
That's the contention that everyone has. Do you share the same sentiment, that it's still going to be the same?
I just feel like this is some difference in this is how everyone, like the way Manny's approaching his training camp, the way Marquez is approaching his training camp, the way Manny's going to try to change up some of his tactics in his training camp, moving side to side more and not trying to stay in the pocket with Marquez. It's interesting to see if they can actually do it. There's one way to say it when you're training for it, when you're saying it, but to make it happen in the actual fight, that's what I want to want to see. That's going to happen, and I'm sure Manny, and the way he's been looking, the way he's taking everything so seriously. I mean, I heard he's not singing anymore. I mean, that's gotta add to something, and mentally, how much he wants it, and he wants to revert back to that aggressive style, and the way I've seen, I don't know how Marquez's camp is going at specifically, but to see him working as hard as he is.
So those biceps.
Yeah.
These guys are just going to let everything hang out, regardless. I don't think there's going to be much boxing, other than Manny trying to step aside from side. I think these guys are going to try to take each other's head off.
Yeah.
It's going to be a dogfight, on December 8th, and that's what I'm seeing, the way these guys are fighting. And I don't see anything other than that.
He raised the topic of reverting back to old styles.
Yeah.
Now, in a boxer's point of view, because right now everyone knows that Manny's trying to go back to his 25-year-old form, 25-year-old level of energy at his age, after the amount of beating he's gotten in his career. As a boxer, is there any way you can tweak your training to actually defeat Father Time and go back to years before?
If anyone knows how to do it, Brian.
That's why we're asking him, right? I mean, can you actually do that? Go back.
I would like to think I did it. I mean, I'm 32.
Yeah.
And we
it
both
just
look much older.
What helped? I think what helped a lot in me when with the form I had last Saturday was, I think this lifestyle change, knowing how to take care of the body. I mean, I stopped drinking alcohol. I started trying to party too much. I don't go to clubs or do none of that.
Erica's smiling right now.
And
Feel the
and Erica, my
joy.
wife, has a lot to do with that also. Because she's like, Brian, you need to focus. You're not getting any younger. Every little bit is gonna help you at this stage. From eating right, from sleeping, from getting enough rest, from focusing mentally and doing the right things that you need to do for you to get yourself ready. Every little thing is is gonna add up. It's gonna count. And you know, when fight comes and you see yourself do well, then that's what you see is gonna reap the benefit. You know, it's gonna reap all the things that you've gone through. So I think all of that helped, made me look like I was younger. You know, it's because I did the extra work. I did the necessary things I need to do, and the adjustments. And then people like, damn, man, I haven't seen you fight like that for a long time. And I'm like, because I'm, you know, doing something right in my training and my, not just the training, but the lifestyle in general.
Man, I'd hate to put you on the spot, but if you were going to say what your prediction was for Marquez Pacquiao, what would it be? I hate to do this.
I know.
Never
He's
liked
like,
that.
when he starts off with "I hate to do it," I'm like, of course, I like to do it. I mean,
This makes me look a little better.
I know. Like, I would hate to do this,
Yeah.
but you know, deep down, he likes to you know, bring that out. But the way I've seen things going, you know, with Manny's camp, both camps, and have been there live, I haven't seen the fire like that for a while now. I'm going for Manny for a late round stoppage.
Wow.
Yeah. Also because, you know, they're both getting up there in age,
Yeah.
and I don't think Marquez is just as quick as he was, you know, back in 2008, and you know, and so I think Manny's gonna, you know, for once put an exclamation point in this quadrilogy.
A week after Manny Pacquiao knocks out Juan Manuel Marquez.
Whoa.
According to Brian.
No one asked you for your prediction, man.
According to Brian.